Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crypto Scam. I know it's been a while since I've done this podcast. It's just that these podcasts are a little bit more difficult to do because they require research and editing and graphics. And I meant to complete the Ethereum Crypto Scam episodes. There are 2 more episodes coming. I promise I will have those out. I'll start doing those next time I am back in New York in the middle of November, and I'll complete the Ethereum Crypto Scam series, and then we'll move on from there. But for this special episode of Crypto Scam, I wanted to bring the attention to this new phenomenon of the Crypto Hedge Fund, okay? Now, this all started in California about a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, where we interviewed someone very special from the crypto hedge fund community. And we're going to play that interview now. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the concept and idea of a crypto hedge fund. Those of you that aren't familiar with the concept of a hedge fund in general, or a crypto hedge fund, I guess I will briefly explain now before we go to the video. The whole concept is a hedge fund in a traditional finance space is basically an organization that invests money for high net worth individuals. Now, there's all these rules and regulations that come into play because, again, a hedge fund has to, it can't just take anybody off the street. There are certain regulations that they follow. There's also this concept of a family office where you're not taking investment from strangers. You're only taking investment from friends and family and people that you know. You can also advise others on investments. But the concept of a hedge fund is that you have a vehicle that can invest other people's money in any way you see fit. And these people sign up, they hand over money to you, and you have the green light to pretty much do anything with that money as you see fit. Now, of course, you take a management fee on this money and a cut of the profit. For a standard hedge fund, there's this 22 rule, right? So you take 20% of profits that you make your investors, and also 2% management fee, regardless of whether your hedge fund made or lost money. The really good hedge funds raise that up to 30 and 3. Really good hedge funds that make a lot of money, they will take 30% of all the profits that they make, and they'll charge you a 3% management fee. And there is one hedge fund that I remember back in my Wall Street days that was charging 40 and 4. They were taking 40% of all the profits they make you and charging a 4% management fee. Now, this doesn't exactly translate into the crypto space, which is why I wanted to talk about crypto hedge funds specifically for this episode of Crypto Scam. A traditional hedge fund has the green light to invest in any assets under the sun. They can invest in patents, for example. They can invest in pretty much anything. So this idea that I will create a hedge fund that only trades crypto is borderline ridiculous, because you're basically dropping yourself from investing in anything. You're just focusing on crypto. Now, granted, there are funds that have certain traders that focus on options, focus on futures, but you just start a hedge fund, and what you invest in is up to you. And this idea of a crypto hedge fund is pretty much ridiculous, but I will get more to it right after the interview. So let's go ahead and watch it and see what happened over in Los Angeles as an interview from the Blockcon event.
Is with what company? Just speak right into the mic.
Hi, so my name is Gio. I also go by Augusta Summers, if you wanted to find me on anything. So I came to the event. It was super last minute. I got a free VIP ticket, and they asked me if I wanted to speak. That was an option. So I just flew out here yesterday morning and came with no expectation, had no idea what to expect. Basically, I'm doing a multitude of things with a handful of badass people. Sean Ironstag, one of the best crypto traders in the game. Jonathan Teo, Niraj Mehta, both former VC fund founders that transferred into the crypto realm once they found out, crypto was knocking at VC's door and saying, hey, you're dying. Basically, I am a project manager of Orin Capital, which is a crypto hedge fund and holding company. It has a huge schedule of offerings. I'm a founder of Karma, not the one you might have seen here. It's a different ICO. It's universal basic income, but more. It's technically a universal scaling asset because it shouldn't be basic. It should depend on how much value add and input people put into a system. Also the project lead on Portal, which is a decentralized community matrix focused on testing these new systems of subscription in real life, amazing paradise school properties with the most badass people in the world. And then beta testing them in places of extreme poverty, starting with 500 acres in Uganda. So those are...
Wow, that's a lot of projects.
I'm sorry, I didn't keep track of all of that. That was a lot of things.
Yeah. And you said you were a project manager there, or community manager?
Yeah, project manager. Basically,
you're a project manager for a crypto hedge fund. So what is the role of a project manager at a hedge fund?
So this is the part that I find interesting. And it's with everybody that we're working with, it's sort of hard for me to pinpoint an exact title, because with these new ways of operation, it's not old. And like something that me and everybody that I'm working with stand for is disrupting everything. Like disrupting even what people think should be a structure in an organization. And I just use that title to like give a broad stroke of like what I do, but I basically do PR. I basically go to events and be the representative for things. I help with trading. I give my insights on everything people are doing. I help tell people like.
Right. So how do you help with trade? Have you had any trading experience? Have you worked at any traditional financial institutions?
I haven't worked at any traditional financial institutions, but about a year ago I was homeless, and basically had like a moment of me in the universe.
A moment of clarity?
Yeah, well, a moment of extreme non-clarity that led to a breakthrough of clarity. And the next day I snuck into a Burning Man fundraiser and met Sean Ironstag, and he was like, hey, I'm like a trader, I'm doing a whole bunch of projects, like you should come to the Crypto Castle in San Francisco. I don't know if you know Jeremy Gardner.
I do. Yep. We've been in were you there?
I've stayed there only one time.
I've been there several times. I've never actually spent the night, but I have been there. Wow, so you went from in 1 year from being homeless to being an advisor in a hedge fund.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
A whole bunch of other things. It's so beautiful.
So how many traders are at this hedge fund?
So right now there's about 3 super badass ones, and then sort of crowdsourcing from like a large pool of people that like keep growing, and also using like AI and like algorithmic technology as well. So like a combination of multiple things. And right now the hedge fund is like just starting. So we're also looking for like anybody else that is super interested in badass and like any part that could make a hedge fund better.
That's okay. It's only YouTube.
It's only YouTube. Party! It's getting lit here at the conference, if you couldn't tell.
So have you been able to get people to invest their crypto into the hedge fund that you're at?
Oh, that's not a problem. Like we have people shoving money down our throats. It's
I believe you.
To a point where we're like, whose money do we take? Like, who is badass enough that we will actually take this money? Because Sean, I don't know if any of you guys watching have like been following him, but he's been posting just openly like trading advice on Facebook for like a year now, just saying like, hey, like this is gonna happen, like this is gonna reach this amount of money in this amount of time, so invest. And he's made people millions. People are saying like, hey, I'm naming my helicopter after you. Like that's how like much impact he was creating.
Do you happen to know how much money your hedge fund has under management? I know a lot of the places in crypto for some reason are keeping that information secret. I actually come from the traditional finance world, and it's like a badge of it's like the hedge funds in a traditional right. It's like the hedge funds in the traditional environment always publish how much assets they have under management because that ranks them higher. Do you happen to know how much money your hedge fund is actually managing, known as assets under management?
I'm not sure. No, but
it's all in crypto.
Yeah.
And when people put money into your hedge fund with crypto, do you identify those people, or anyone can just do it and register with simply an email?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how people are like taking in the money to the hedge fund. Like when I said that I'm like a very broad part of that, like the hedge fund isn't the number one thing I'm creating. The number one thing I'm creating is the decentralized community matrix and karma, the universal basic income token. And that's what I can dive into with like multiple fractals,
Right.
but I can connect you with the person that would know.
So your hedge fund is also making a token.
The token is separate from the hedge fund, but it's
But
going to be
it's the
launched.
same parent company involved in both.
Yes. So
Okay.
there's like multiple layers of things that like are under things, and like larger ecosystems, smaller ecosystems. But Karma is being launched through the token accelerator in Orin Capital. So it's technically under Orin, in that fact that like there's a ton of things under Orin, and it's a key part of Portal. But anybody can be involved in it. But Portal is intentionally inclusive, and you have to have Karma to be a member of Portal, sort of thing.
Okay, I see. And okay, so going back to the hedge fund for a minute, only because that's my specialty. Have you had the chance to actually trade some of the? If it is as you say, and you guys have so much capital, have you asked those other badass traders if you can try your hand at trading? It's not that complicated. Everyone's been making crazy money in the altcoin space. Have you yourself traded any of that client money yet?
No, I have not, because that's not my specialty. And honestly, when I tell people to invest in crypto, I don't tell them to trade unless they have a professional background in trading, because I've seen so many people lose money thinking they can go into this and they're like, oh, my friend's trading Joe down the block, so like I'm just gonna trade all this. Oh shit, I just lost all my, oh what, I thought crypto was cool. And then it's like, yes it is, but like you don't know what you're doing at all. Like I would recommend just like investing in multiple things, like spreading all your loveliness around, and then just sitting on it. And if you like see something that you're like definitely intuitionally positive is going to be a good move, then do it. But I don't recommend like day trading or like doing like a lot of trading. So I personally don't trade like often. I just, with my personal accounts, I'll just go in occasionally if I feel like something resonates, or if I'm following what like everybody I'm with is doing, then I'll do it. But that's not my expertise. My expertise is in being a badass figurehead. It is empowering people. It is bringing awareness to the underlying technology that's creating the next paradigm shift of the abundant new era of the world. And that's the part that I'm most passionate about, way more than the hedge fund, way more than the gains we make, way more than money, because money doesn't matter. Like, it's a tool to use to enhance way greater things for the greater good of humanity, but it's not the thing that I focus most of my attention on, and it's not my specialty. So it's not something that I would ever want to like put my hands on.
All right, no, completely understandable. Well, you have any other questions, Vortex? I'm good.
We have seen a lot of video creators on content creators on YouTube trying to tell people how to trade crypto that should not.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That's the thing.
It's been really crazy, and there's been a whole lot of people that have been following these type of people that think that they're great traders, like Tone always says, but it's only in an uphill market, right? Only in a market that's going up that these traders are really succeeding. And so it's really getting scary. So it makes sense that you might want to stay away from all of that crazy drama.
Yeah, another thing I would highly recommend is anybody, because I've heard a lot of horror stories and I've had a lot of friends that have this happen to them, but there's a lot of new hedge funds coming out. And to me, that's terrifying. Like personally knowing some of the people that are opening hedge funds that previously were like asking me how to trade. And I was like, I'm not even a trader, but now they're like, oh, we have a crypto hedge fund, and like all these people are investing in us. And I'm like, what are you doing with these people's money?
Exactly. So that's the scary stuff.
If any of you guys are interested in like investing into a hedge fund, I highly suggest that you look up every single person involved, every single thing that's supposed to be trading your money. Look into their history, connect with them personally, because most of the people in this realm do have time to connect with you personally. And if they say they don't, then they're either going to be like fucking like Brock Pierce, or like somebody that's like all the time like doing
in this space. If somebody doesn't respond to you, I mean, it's probably because they're not really a person you really want to have them respond to you in the first place. I mean, like with Twitter, I've because of Twitter, I was allowed to connect to all sorts of people and have them on my show. And even though that's how I found Tone, that's how I found World Crypto Network, is all through Twitter. And the ability to connect with all of these people has been absolutely amazing. So you have to make sure, if you're talking to somebody that won't, that you know that won't respond, or is blocking people on Twitter like crazy, like I don't know, Brian Armstrong of Coinbase or somebody else.
All right. Sorry, I got to interrupt you guys. We have people. We have to interview a lot more people.
Oh wow, we got a lot of
And thank you so much for coming
Thank you
on.
so much.
So there you go, guys. You heard it. You heard it here. From homeless to being a project manager at a crypto hedge fund in 1 year.
Hey guys, so now that we are back, I hope you enjoyed listening to that interview as much as I enjoyed doing that interview. Lots of people didn't really see that I was doing my best not to actually kind of laugh, because this is the environment that we're in right now. I really hope that this episode of CryptoScam will go down in history in 5 to 10 years when people start saying, oh my God, how did I not see this coming? How could I have let random people get a hold of my money and just trade it without any restriction, without anything, right? Just on this belief that it's a new and up and coming thing, okay? Now, the only way I was going to get this done is if I do it live on camera. As you guys know, I'm a live YouTuber, and we're going to do a little bit of research right now in the background as I do screen share, and we're going to look at a couple of these things, okay? But I just want to point out, I have like multiple stories. I mean, I've even as far back as 2 years ago, there was this 19-year-old kid that was down in Miami for the conference in January in Miami of January 2015. And he's 19 years old, and he was running a crypto hedge fund. He was guaranteeing the investors in that hedge fund 1% return per day. And he had people giving him money, and he was trading with that money, guaranteeing 1% return per day at 19 years old. The guy knew absolutely nothing, okay? And we are in this environment where all you gotta do is publicly say that you're running a crypto hedge fund, and like was said in the video, people just come running. And there is definitely, clearly from the screenshots of publicly available information, you can tell that some of the things said in that interview seem a little bit different than what is obviously sitting out there on Facebook. But let's just do just a little bit of random digging, right? I'm gonna make my screen a little bit smaller. Let's see. Let's do something like this. And I can always readjust that. But I'm gonna be looking at my monitor. So once again, let's go back to this article. It's an article by Laura Shin. I can't emphasize enough how Laura Shin is probably the worst journalist in all of crypto. Like it's not even close. It's absolute horror what she writes, and she's writing at Forbes, which is it just shows you the quality of Forbes and their judgment as to who is writing their articles. So I want to go back to this article, Crypto Boom, 15 New Hedge Funds. And so the person that is always in the front of the lines, and I've seen them all over, I've seen them on Bloomberg, I've seen them profile this, Olaf Carson Wee is supposed to be this amazing trader. Listed as the first employee of Coinbase, like that's supposed to be any good, and is founder of Polychain Capital. So let's go and take a look. I'm assuming as I click on these things, all I'm gonna get is other writings by Laura Shin, who in my opinion doesn't really know anything. And of course, here she is hyping him up on another, on his hedge fund. Let's see what this is. Cover story, of course. Let's see what this gives us. Oh, Polychain Capital. Okay, so this is all the information we have on Polychain Capital. Go ahead and read it. I mean, there's nothing here. You know nothing about this, okay? Now, granted, this is a privately held company, so they're not public yet. But you have to understand the difference between a real hedge fund and the garbage that we have out in the crypto space, okay? Here are real hedge funds. For example, Bridgewater Associates. Here it is. Here's a hedge fund. Guess what you see? Manages $150 billion in global investment. It's the first thing you see. They are proud of this. They are proud of what they're doing, how long they've been, who works there, okay? Let's look at other hedge funds. How about D. Shaw? I know most people watching this have never heard of these companies, but I have. I've kind of worked in this space for a little while. Like, here's D. Shaw. Here's their website. Wow, this looks a lot like the Office from Billions. And you can go in and you can see a lot of data and a lot of information, at least something. And here is the biggest hedge fund that's all over Forbes magazine, where the founder of this hedge fund is all over TV interviews. And this is all the information you have on this operation. And yet these are the guys that are on TV talking about what great investors they are. You know nothing. You know absolutely nothing about them, okay? Let's move on. I can be naming hedge funds all day, guys. Paulson Funds. Not the former Treasury Secretary Paulson, okay? This was one of the biggest winners from the 2008 financial crisis, okay? Oh, you know what? I should probably do this. There we go. Can make that lower. So again, all this information, there's lots of information, even on small funds, okay? Because they rely on investors. I mean, this could be privately invested ones, then why are they on TV? Okay? So let's move on. So let's take a look at, here he is. Well, let's check this out. Let's just do some very basic investigative reporting that clearly, in my opinion, Laura Shin does not know how to do. Let's just Google him. Okay, let's check out his LinkedIn profile. Let's check out, nope, that's another Forbes article. I can take a guess at who wrote it. Let's take a look at this. And, nope, more Forbes articles, more interviews. You can contact him for $100. There you go. Here he is at Token Summit. I remember him at Token Summit. Token Summit was a complete disaster of a conference. It basically shills scam coins and ICOs. But let's check it out. Any information here? Let me see. So he was involved in Robinhood. That's fine. Nmero, another hedge fund. Nmero, a kind of hedge fund built by the network of data scientists. Okay, well, clearly that didn't work out because now he has started, now he's moved on to Polychain Capital. And Ethereum, though I'm not sure how exactly he's involved with Ethereum. Let's take a look at his history. All right, he has a BA in sociology. That's a great start for someone that's going to be running your money. He graduated in 2012, so clearly he has lots of experience in the financial space. The first employee at Coinbase. Okay, let's find out what he did at Coinbase. He was the head of risk at Coinbase. Okay, so someone just out of college with no financial experience whatsoever. I'm sure his sociology degree earned them lots of financial experience, was the head of risk at Coinbase. This actually tells me that Coinbase is borderline clueless on what they're doing if that's their head of risk. Let's move on. So here's what head of risks usually have, okay? there's this exam. People that probably don't know it exists. If you're hearing about this for the first time, you're learning something. Again, all of my podcasts are here to teach you something, okay? So there are exams for people that want to manage risk, okay? Let's take a look. Risk exams. I never took any, even though I work for a risk company, but this wasn't part of my job. I was more on the tech side of that. Okay, so let's see what they are. Okay, so there's a couple of exams. One of them is called Kaya, and one is called FRM, Financial Risk Manager. FRM exam. That's the one that I was going to. Okay, there it is. All right, Financial Risk Manager. This is what you want. If you have someone on your team that claims to be head of risk, he better have an FRM designation behind them. All right. I mean, come on, these things are completely ridiculous. So now let's talk about head of risk at Coinbase. Coinbase buys Bitcoin from exchanges and sells Bitcoin to people. They don't need to really manage risk the way a hedge fund manages risk. Coinbase isn't trading other people's money. While granted, you want your people to understand risk and risk management, you don't want your lead hedge fund guy to have his only financial experience as head of risk at Coinbase, where I guarantee you he wasn't qualified to be, just from my experience of working in the risk industry for 9 years. That's where I was. I wasn't a trader on Wall Street. I was in the risk industry, all right, for 9 years. So of course this is completely ridiculous, but let's move on. Let's take a look at the publicly available LinkedIn profile. Let's see if there's anything useful here. Again, founder of Polychain Capital. We have no information on Polychain Capital. Their website doesn't really do anything, okay? And his only other experience is head of risk. I mean, here is, again, in addition to founder and CEO of Polychain Capital, he's a founder and managing member of Cryptographic Financial. What's Cryptographic Financial? Let's take a look. Cryptographic Financial, data processing, cryptography engineer, okay. Founder, so we're not exactly sure what this does, but let's move on. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but please, guys, this is how you do your own real research. Let's get rid of Polychain. I had enough of this nonsense. Let's move on. Let's stick with this amazing article from Laura Shin in Forbes, where she is selling you the 15 new hedge funds that you want in on for 84,000% return. All right. So here are her top favorites. Alphabet Fund. I've never heard of it. Let's go and take a look. I'm sure it's okay. Alphabet Fund. Let's take a look at their website. Let's see what's going on. All right. Welcome to Alphabet Fund. Our aim is to beat the performance. Oops. Let me move the video over a little bit. Get it over to this side. Our aim is to beat the performance of Bitcoin on a risk-adjusted basis. All right. So far, so good. Let's take a look at what their services are. Our services. Cool website. I like it. Alphabet Digital Currency Fund is an actively managed cryptocurrency fund. Professional investors in the Cayman Islands. Sure. Main investment objective of the fund is to generate returns over the above. What could be achieved with a simple buy and hold strategy. That is perfectly fine. A digital currency. It's probably going to be an explanation of digital currency. That's okay. I'm not going to look into their definitions. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be correct anyway. Some performance, share of market cap, alternative cryptocurrencies. Talking about altcoins, that's fine. Let's take a look at who's on the team. All right. Maybe I need to make my video a little bit smaller here. and raise that up. All right, let's take a look at who's on this team. Chief Executive Officer, never heard of him. Do I heard of anyone? Oh, Strategic Management, we have Michael Turpin. All right. Oh, Brad Mills, I know who that is. That doesn't look like the Jason King I know. And I'm not familiar with him. So we have Chief Operating Officer, Chief Executive Officer, Trading Team. Here we go. This is the trading team. All right. Let's take a look at, you know what? Let's take a look at the CEO. Let's see what he's done in his life. All right. There could be Liam Robinson is, all right, Alphabet. Alphabet or Alphabets? I don't think that matters. Team Alphabet, new global fund, raises $300 million. Okay. Digital currency fund. Oh, no LinkedIn profile. Not much. I mean, not much information, right? No idea where this guy came from. Looks young. From Tel Aviv. Okay. Not much info. Not much info. I mean, good luck. I mean, this is who you're investing money with, right? I don't know much about him, but good luck to you guys. You know, let's see what else we got. Let's take a look at the trader. Let's see what financial institution he's coming from. Alpha Bits. Team Alphabet. Jason. Wow. Oh, okay. We have a LinkedIn profile. We got something going. Let's see what's going on here. You can at least put a picture in. Jeez. I mean, the people. You see, this is what bothers me, right? There's absolutely no professionalism in this space, right? Okay. Let's see. Academy of the Arts, New York. All right, this sounds promising with his financial career. Is an advisor, financial fund manager, and head of game assets at Alphabet. And, oops, hold on. Let's go back this up here. And still has time to be an advisor. Metal is a blockchain-based system utilizing proof of processing payments to identify users. Okay, that's fine. What did he do before? Partner at Digital Gold IO. Not familiar with that one. Over in Dubai. Oh, in Abu Dhabi, sorry. Advisor at Flashnet Tech, advisor at SafeCash, and here's his education. Chinese classical dance. Beautiful. That's exactly what you want from your trader to have as... I'm learning this for the first time, guys. Like, I didn't look at these people before doing this live video, right? This is almost what I need to know. Now, I understand that you don't need any kind of special talent to become a very good trader. The problem happens when you start managing other people's money. It's always about managing other people's money, not your own money. You can manage your own money all you like. All you like. The question becomes is, who are the people you want managing your money for you? And I mean, it's nice that he has an education in Chinese classical dance, but what does that tell me about his ability to manage my money? My money, all right? I'm not even asking for his trading track record, and his trading track record will probably only be in crypto. Like, I want to see what has he done in the traditional market space. What were his returns against the S&P 500? Clearly, any fool can make money trading shitcoins, okay? But what happens in the real world when you have a bear market? How do you manage risk, okay? And of course, he was a volunteer, which is admirable. And his interests are Richard Branson. Very nice, okay? Do you even care to take a look at what Digital Gold IO is? That doesn't really help. I got nothing. All right. I hope it exists. Let's see. Looks like a website, right? Let's check it out. Why not? Digital gold, the arrival of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies has unleashed the Pandora's box. It's loading something. Well, there he is. There's Jason. There's also a Chris. It's loading something. There's no links here. In 2014, we began to realize the concrete belief that Bitcoin is valuable as digital gold. IO manages to navigate through the vast jungle of fast-paced, ever-morning cryptos with ease. This looks like another attempt to manage other people's money. I don't know. There's nothing here, guys. This is it. This is their... This is his former job right here. A website that takes you nowhere. Just contact them and is selling the hype of crypto. All right. That's your lead trader. I mean, I'm sure he's an amazing trader, but you know, good luck. Good luck, guys. All right. Let's move on. Again, I'm done with this one too. I'm not even gonna bother looking at the CTO or Chief Operating Officer. Looks a little bit older. Maybe he knows what he's doing. But let's close these. Let's move on. Let's move on. I mean, we can go through every one of these top 15 crypto hedge funds by Laura Shin in her very nice Forbes article. Clearly, she's not looking into them, so we have to do it here on CryptoScam. I mean, what else can I do? What else can we say? No one else wants to do any kind of investigative reporting in this space, so we're doing it. We're doing it live on camera. Oren Capital, the highlight of this podcast. You have heard the amazing interview with Augusta Summers from Oren Capital. Let's go and take a look at it. Oren Capital, we're on their website and we have a sign up sheet, and that's it. That's interesting. I'm not going to sign up for it. Join the Advanced Crypto Asset Facebook group. That sounds promising. Let's go check that out. Because clearly that's the only thing we can get from this fund manager that is managing your money. This is their website. Please sign up and send us your money. Let's check out this amazing group with 5,000 members. I hope they're all making a lot of money. I don't do Facebook groups, so this is clearly somewhat useless. So we have nothing. We literally have nothing. Okay. So he was, okay, so let's see what else we got here. Oren launched in August with 12.5 million. All right, let's move on. Let's see what we got here. Founder Sean Ironstag. Let's go take a look at Sean. Let's see what we got. That's a unique enough name. Perfect. All right, we have the LinkedIn profile. Let's open that. We have the Twitter profile. Let's open that. Founder at Oceanus. No idea what that is, but let's open that. quest to build a society of plastic floating cities. Oh, that sounds very promising. Let's go check that out. And of course, his Facebook. Return of the Day Traders, another article by Laura Shin. What a surprise. And his Instagram. Oh God, do I really want to go there? I don't have Instagram, so I don't even know what's going to come up. I don't really know much about Instagram. Oh, that's very promising. Good job, Sean. This is what happens when you yeah, that's a good life. When people are handing you $12 million to start a fund. Yeah, I can definitely enjoy this. Oh, that looks like Augusta Summers right there, and there's our buddy Sean. Looks good, looking good. Again, beautiful. Again, this is where your money's going. That's where your money's going, right there in his crotch, right there. The stacks of $100 bills. I've never seen these pictures before, by the way, guys. Like, I'm enjoying this live as much as you are watching it. Yep, there they are. There's the, I wonder if that's the entire 12.5 million that he's trading with of your money. And, well, not maybe, hopefully not my viewers' money, but like some people's money. And here we go. This is the Instagram. I really should get Instagram. I mean, it looks like he's buying a DeLorean. That's very, very nice. Well, I'm sure he can afford a DeLorean, probably the original one. Again, right? Life is good. Life is good when you're running a crypto hedge fund. Life is good. We're really reliving the .com days. All right, so enough Instagram. Where are we going next? Let's check out Twitter. You know, Twitter is my domain. 40 tweets, 1,000 followers. You know, Twitter's a waste of time. He's loving his Instagram, so Twitter's out. All right, let's see what we got here. The kernel. All right, what's the kernel? Lost and found. All right, this reminds me of old school Nintendo. Nice. It's an article. Anyway, you can check it out. Maybe I'll put it in the show notes. I probably won't. Not gonna look into that right now. Let's go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is supposed to be professional. Let's check it out. I'm connected with Sean, so there might be a little more information here than if you're not connected. Instagram I don't have, so clearly that's publicly available information. So he's the founder of Oran Capital. Excellent. Oh, didn't mean to click on that, but since I have, he works there. 26 followers. See all 2 employees on LinkedIn. 2 employees at Oran Capital. And of course, our second employee is the lovely Geostorm, as you saw from the interview. Here's her LinkedIn profile. And I believe I'm connected. I'm not connected with her. We are one off, probably through Sean. And not much information here, but that's okay. Her Facebook gives us plenty of information, and all we need, clearly not a LinkedIn user, but that's okay. So the 2 employees that the management of your money at work between Sean Ironstag and Geostorm, or Augusta Summers, aka Geostorm. All right, let's get back to our buddy Sean here. Let's look at his history. Prior to founding Oran Capital, number 2 on Laura Shin's Forbes list of up and coming crypto hedge funds. Let's check this out. Where are we here? Prior to that, he founded Oceanus. Oceanus, wow, that reminds me of something from 1984 days, right? The Oceanias? I don't remember exactly. Let's see what Oceanias are. Let's see what he did before he started managing your money. He's a managing partner. Of course, well, he founded the thing, right? So he's a managing partner. Now, Geostorm is also a managing partner. So managing partners manage money. They manage your money. Okay, that's what a managing partner does at a hedge fund. All right, let's move on. Designing, developing, and implementing strategic plans for the organization in a cost-effective and time-effective manner, as well as overseeing the day-to-day operations of the organization. What is this Oceanus NGO? Let's go and take a look. And prior to that, he founded Aqua Conference Plus Festival. The Aqua Conference Plus Festival, let me see here, is a collaborative congress of some of the world's most innovative and successful thinkers, open, fun, focused. Okay, so it's just a conference. All right, fine. Oceanus. All right, here's Oceanus. It's a non-profit, non-government organization. Provides the platform opportunity, timeless and possibilities bound. Clean our oceans. It's a non-profit to clean the oceans. Any more information here? There's 4 employees. There's got to be a website, right? There has to be a website, right? Let's see. All right, cool. Website. Let's go and check this out. What did this man do prior to managing your money? And, oh boy. Where's the website? All right, you see, guys, maybe this is why no one does research in this space. Might not be doable. All right, now what? Facebook. There's a Facebook. Let's check that out. Man, I was so excited to check out this project. All right, cool logo. Nice little island. And the Oceanus Conference. Oh, maybe I can turn on the desktop audio for this. Hold on a second. Not sure you guys are getting the audio. We're getting the video. That's probably the... Oh, that's the Aqua Conference. Okay, so that was the other company. So it was a conference. That was the conference thing. Okay. All right, so I don't know much about this nonprofit or how much money they had, but someone may want to look into this. They're in California. Go ahead and check that out. Yeah, it's a initiative to clean the ocean by the person whose Instagram pictures we just looked at. This is the guy who you want cleaning your oceans and running your nonprofit organizations, sitting there with gigantic piles like this of $100 bills stacked in a picture just all over his crotch. That's exactly who you want managing your nonprofit organizations, along with managing your money. All right, let's move on. I'm done with Oceanus project. I've seen enough. All right. Let's go back to his LinkedIn. So besides those projects, he was the founder of another nonprofit organization called Catalyze, and he was an advisor for Tech Bubble. That sounds promising. And he's done all of these things just in the last few years. He's founded 2 nonprofits, a conference company, and of course, an advisor for Tech Bubble. Beautiful. Any information on his education? He's got a few recommendations. Never really heard of these people. Education background, anything? Not really. So no education background. All right. That's the NGO. Let's skip that. I don't need this. All right. Some more information. Maybe here. All right. Oceanus.blue. The website clearly doesn't work. Any history. Twitter and no educational history. So I don't know. Did he ever go to college? Did he ever go to high school? I mean, again, these are not requirements for doing whatever you want with your money. The question is, he's running a hedge fund to take your money for him to manage. Okay? And there's just two of them. Just two of them. Listed as number 2 on Laura Shin's Forbes list of up-and-coming hedge funds. Here is, of course, his Facebook. We are not connected on Facebook. Therefore, like all of this is just public information. Anyone can go ahead and take a look. Please check this out and do your own investigations. I'm pretty much done with this. Do we even care? Do we even want to keep going? To number 3, Black Tower Capital. I mean, we can go through these crypto hedge funds one by one. Black Tower Capital. Black Tower is the leading cryptocurrency investment firm, bringing professional trading and portfolio management to emerging digital asset classes. And that's it. Oh yeah, guy. I'm not even sure you guys can see that on the screen. Oh, because I lowered the window. Huh. Wait a minute. I'm not sure why, but at some point I screwed up my screen share a little. Oh man. See, the problem with live video, I'm not sure why that didn't work, but anyway, now we can see it. Oh, I really thought I was showing more of it. Now we're seeing the whole screen. Excellent. Okay. So that's what I was reading. So you guys might not have been able to read what I was found earlier, but nor saw the websites. So that's unfortunate. But so that's it. Here you go. Here's your information. Number 3, up and coming hedge funds and nothing, and you have to contact them for more information. Where's the info? This is their website, guys. This is their website. What do we know? Black Tower was founded by a former University of Chicago endowment portfolio manager, Ari Paul, and former Goldman Sachs vice president, Matthew Gotez. Are we sure about that? Let's find out. Their website is useless. What is this? Ari Paul, here he is. Got him. And Matthew Goetz. All right. Let's take a look at Ari Paul. Angel investor, former, on Chicago portfolio manager. All right. Not familiar with this, but let's find out. Where were we here? I just want to make sure I'm spelling that right. Okay, so University of Chicago endowment portfolio, and this says, U Chicago, University of Chicago. Okay. All right. How do I fact check this? All right, let's do it this way. Well, he's the CIO, so he's Chief Investment Officer. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. University of Chicago. His LinkedIn profile. We are connected. He's running Black Tower Capital. Portfolio manager for a year and a half. Okay, something. At least some experience, though. I mean, better than the first two we looked at. Co-manager of 150 million in strategic hedge portfolio. Good. Risk reporting and analytics. Research and asset class characteristics. Excellent. Risk specialist, University of Chicago, 2013 to 2015. Again, experience. Derivatives trader for what looks like an actual company. Sequana International Group. It's got 30,000 followers. It's in Pennsylvania. It's in the financial services space. Looks like it's been around for a while. Yeah, so we actually have, finally, we have someone with some experience in managing other people's money, right? I mean, look, I'm not asking for a lot here, right? Like, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for some professionalism when it comes to managing other people's money. He does have a degree in political science from the University of Pennsylvania and an MBA in economics and statistics from the University of Chicago, which is a very, very good university, okay? So we finally ran into someone with experience, though their website for their fund could definitely use a little work, okay? All right, let's see what else we got here. And what do we know about Matthew? Yeah, you're a CFA. Okay, like again, experience, right? CFA, something. It's the Goldman Sachs guy. Let's find out. See what he did at Goldman Sachs. Also, University of Illinois, so probably that's the connection. Not connected to him on LinkedIn. Goldman Sachs, Vice President, 2006 to 2017. Experience, that's good. 11 years there, and an engineer. Okay, good. University of Illinois. Not that much information on his LinkedIn profile, but that's fine. Not everyone has to use LinkedIn. But at least we finally run into something with potential, right? The first two clearly aren't, but at least this one has two people that they may or may not be good traders, but at least they somewhat know what they're doing and they potentially belong in the space, all right? Metastable. What's Metastable? I thought I saw that earlier in this article. Metastable. Oh, Metastable Capital. Okay, what's Metastable Capital? Metastable Capital, managed crypto asset hedge funds. Okay. Exposure to both white and black swans. I would love to know how they do that. An investment in blockchain companies, has 3 layers of risk. Okay, excellent. Okay, smart contracts, consensus. Okay. Well, okay. Well, who's involved? Contact us. Not helpful. Job openings. Blog. Well, who's involved in these things? Jeez. Lucas Ryan, Josh Sims, and Naval Ravikant, the chief executive officer and co-founder of AngelList. Okay. All right. Well, I don't have time to look into these people, right? I mean, like, this is why you post your team on your freaking website. All right. So number 3 may be something legit. All right. Let's go to the. I'll do one more. I'll do one more. Blockview Capital. All right. Let's check this out. Blockview Capital and nothing about us. Give us something here. And that's it. Jesus. Blockview Capital will employ a multi-strategy approach ranging from short-term trading strategies to long-term investment strategies to mining a mixture of cryptocurrencies and tokens. We envision a Web 3.0 with decentralized and distributed tokens built on the blockchain network. Our investment strategy will consist of identifying unique projects that combine real-world applications with an active development team, strong fundamentals, and an addressable market. Where are these people? This is it. This is their entire website. And they want your money. They want your money. All right, maybe Laura Shin's article will give us more information. They are trading between 10 and 20 million, will actively manage a diverse portfolio of crypto assets. Well, co-founders, okay, a bunch of them, are all recent grads who have been involved in cryptocurrency since 2011. I doubt that. Let's go and find. I'm gonna Google these guys. What's the name of their fund? Blockview. Excellent. Blockview. All right. Candidate number 1. Let's check out his LinkedIn. Whatever that is. Of course, Laura Shin's articles selling you their ability to manage your money. Blockview Capital Management. Let's open that up. And this. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go and look. Okay, I'm not connected to him on LinkedIn. He's from Loyola University, Chicago. Graduated Loyola University, Chicago. That school I'm not familiar with. I don't know if it's good. Summa cum laude. Nice, impressive. I think I was one of those as well. I already forgot which one I got. Blockview Capital since July of this year. And prior to that, he was a real estate broker. Beautiful. Oh my God. We got a winner, ladies and gentlemen. We got a winner. So he's your co-founder of a hedge fund currently managing between 12 and 20 million or whatever the hell people gave him. And he graduated in 2016. So let's go back to that article for a second. Cryptocurrency. Okay. All recent grads who have been involved in cryptocurrency since 2011 as traders and enthusiasts. On his LinkedIn, he started university in 2012. So this means he was a crypto enthusiast and trader when he was still in high school. And then he spent 4 years at a university. And after he graduated university, he was a real estate broker. And he still is. Guys, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. It is hilarious. All right. So apparently his real estate brokering, after being in crypto since 2011, which is around the same time Roger Ver has been in crypto, way before me, he then went to university for 4 years, and then he clearly needed the money that he became a real estate broker, which he still does to this day, other than being lazy and updating his LinkedIn. But you would think when you put co-founder of a hedge fund on the same LinkedIn, you would maybe remember to remove the fact that you're still working part-time or full-time as a real estate broker. Okay? Good luck. I hope you guys are giving, let's see who else wants to give these people money. Like this is hilarious, guys. This is absolutely hilarious. What was his degree? Okay. So he did a business administration and finance. All right. And then went into real estate brokering. This is amazing. This is amazing. I can't make this shit up, guys. I really can't. I don't know what this is. Let's not waste time. What is this? Crypto fund coming soon. Asset management. Raise gold. They're looking for 50 million. They're looking for 50 million. All right, well, this makes my life so much easier. I can go directly to the other guy's LinkedIn and the other guy's LinkedIn. Excellent. Well, here's his real estate. Here he is. Marcellus Venetos. Here's Marcellus. RMC Realty. Let your independent boutique agency help you find your next home. So, 2006 graduate of business Lyota. He majored in finance. Okay. Is this his company? I'll give him a break if it's actually his company. Okay. How do I know that? How would I know if it's his company? Why would you open a real estate if you're going to be running a hedge fund? Oh, nice listings. In Illinois. All right, it could be his company. Maybe I jumped the gun there a little bit. About. And meet our team. Oh, okay. Nope. Not his company. Not his company. So he's a broker. Okay, so you have a company. You have the owner, managing broker, broker, and an intern. Probably. I don't know. Like, why? Why? You've been in crypto since 2011. Laura Shin's investigative article has told me that you have been in crypto since 2011 and you are starting a hedge fund, yet you're working for a realtor as a broker walking around showing people houses in order to sell them for a commission. Oh, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to look at the other two geniuses with a 3.96 GPA, I might add. Okay. Finance GPA 3.96, and then is a real estate broker. Ooh. Look, I don't want to make fun of people's like credentials and stuff, but my problem is you managing other people's money. I don't know how many times I can talk about this. Look, everyone wants to take your money so they can then lose it for you and then say it's not my fault. Okay? It's just how it works. It's just how it works. All right. Let's move on to the next co-founder of this amazing hedge fund. University of Iowa. Same region, probably how they met. All in the Chicago area. Let's take a look at his background. Hope you guys aren't getting bored. I'm not. I'm enjoying this. Let's take a look. University of Iowa. Okay. Bachelor's degree. Graduate in 2015, a year older. Excellent. What did he graduate with? Business analytics and information systems. All right, he knows how to use a database. What did he do during his college? He was a leasing consultant. He was an IT business analyst. And he is currently an IT business analyst at some company. And he's starting a hedge fund. He's been in crypto since 2011, yet he is still currently employed as an IT business analyst. All right, I'm done with this. All right, looks like we have a winner. This one at least he put his new hedge fund right there on his LinkedIn. This sounds very promising. Also, the University of Iowa, healthcare, good start to be managing your money. Let's take a look what he graduated with. Health and human psychology and pre-med. Well, could be smart. Activities. All right. Phi Kappa Alpha. Looks like he was in a fraternity. That's fine. Not up to. It's whatever people want to do. I never joined one. I never felt the need. Emergency room volunteer. Admirable. Great. All right. Translational Vascular Physiology Laboratory. Okay, excellent. Bionutrition internship. Okay. So so all these guys were in universities. They had internships. They had jobs while they were in universities. Yet they are expert cryptocurrency traders since 2011 when they were still in high school. Okay? All of them were in high school in 2011. Okay? And is he currently employed? No, this one actually quit his job. So, experience, he was working in a laboratory until January of 2016, which is probably when he graduated his university. No, graduated in 2015. Okay, so this guy wasn't in high school in 2011. He was already in university in 2011. All right, so there you go. There's your expert management team. There is nothing anywhere in his history that even remotely spells finance. Like the other guys were in finance, but now they're like just selling houses on the side. And here you go. Everything that he's ever done was in the medical field, but at least he doesn't have a job right now. So maybe this guy did invest in some Bitcoin and he has some money. So this is your number four crypto fund to invest in. So good luck. You have 11 more on this list. I'm sure they are stellar, absolutely stellar. I'm sure they are amazing mechanisms for you to give your money to. Tezos. Isn't that the one that just completely scammed everyone? I see Ripple. I see Golem and Factom. Oh God, whatever this is on its way. They're investing your 25 million in all of these amazing projects. Oh God, I can't take this anymore. All right, guys, enough screen share. I kind of screwed up the screen share in the beginning. I'm gonna go back to my camera. Wait, hold on a second here. There you go. All right. So I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say at this point. This is just one article. Again, the journalism in this space is so atrocious. Like, instead of praising these mechanisms to manage your money, you're supposed to be exposing them. You're supposed to show. You're supposed to have an understanding of what a hedge fund is. You're supposed to understand what is needed, the regulation, the licensing, the ability to manage other people's money. And this space knows nothing about that. So good luck, guys. I really wanted to get this episode out of Crypto Scam. We didn't even get a chance to look at our interviewee, Augusta Summers profile on Facebook. So maybe I will do one last thing. Let's just go ahead and glance. Let's see what it looks like. Let's just quickly go ahead and take a look at Augusta Summers Facebook page to see if there's anything interesting that has occurred there since our interview 2 weeks ago. I mean, two weeks is a long amount of time. So let's take a look. We're not friends, so everything is public knowledge. And clearly you can see where my pictures came from for this. Not much new activity. But this is all publicly available information. Anybody can go ahead and Google it. It's all on Google. Here is Jonathan Teo, again, someone that she praised in that interview as another top-notch trader. I mean, this is his Facebook profile. Actually, I would like to go take a look at his history as well. Jonathan Teo, Binary Capital. Okay, so another hedge fund. What is this? TechCrunch question. Binary Capital's investors have not accepted Jonathan Teo's resignation. Oh, that's interesting. That was from June of this year. Might have to look into that some more. So here's Binary Capital. I wonder if it's the same binary as Harry A's. Oh, what is this? This is an older hedge fund. I've heard about this one for a while. Binary Capital's co-founder, Jennifer Teo, forgot the #1 rule of emailing. This should be interesting. Recently published a bizarre email alleged written by Binary Capital co-founder Jonathan Teo. Binary Capital, of course, is the venture capital whose co-founders, Justin Koldeck, never heard of him, recently resigned after admitting that he's acted inappropriately towards female entrepreneurs. Sounds promising. According to Forbes, oh, I want to know who wrote this article. If it's Laura Shin, I'm going to be upset. Of course not. This is a real story. Of course it wasn't Laura Shin. Why on earth would she actually cover something that is a real investigative piece? According to Forbes, Teo subsequently admitted that he'd heard rumors about the other person, and took no action. Then according to TechCrunch, see, this is investigative reporting. This is investigative reporting of these crypto hedge funds, all right? It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. All right, I'm not going to read the rest of it, but let's see what else we got. Co-founder blames corrupt media for resignation. Beautiful. Binary Capital's offers resign. Okay, so I'm actually like looking for this. I think we're connected. Are we connected? We're not connected. Connection pending. I think I sent them a friend request when I was starting to do my investigative journalism. Founder and managing partner of Binary Capital. Okay, so I actually want to see who else is there. My camera's kind of in the way now. All right, let's move it over here. That didn't open anything, did it? Open link in new tab. Oh, that's where it went. Binary Capital. Josh Berwick. I wonder if he's related to Jeff Berwick. Are these all the employees? People results for Binary Capital. Oh, wow. It's a lot of people. All right. That's getting us nowhere. Let's go back to his profile. Managing Director, General Catalyst Partners. Not sure what that is. Principal at Benchmark Capital. I mean, he's been, that was pre-Bitcoin, right? So he's been involved, electrical engineering. That's respectable. MS in Management Science and Electrical Engineering. Again, respectable. But again, trading experience, right? Principal at Benchmark Capital. All right, I don't have time to look into it, but all right. So this guy may actually have experience in actually dealing with a hedge fund. Look, I'm trying to be fair, right? Like I'm looking for complete nonsense versus something as a starting point. So, all right. So Jonathan Teo may be, other than not taking action. Forcing resignation, at least he may be financially qualified to manage your money, but certainly not the 3 guys from Illinois. I can tell you that much right now. All right, so how did we get to this? Oh, yeah. We were, well, I think you guys get the point, all right? So enjoy. Please do your research when it comes time for deciding who you're going to give your money to. It's really, really, really important for you to know who is actually managing your money. All right, guys. That's pretty much all I can say. I can't really help you anymore. I believe this video is now about 1 hour and 20 minutes long, which I always want to get these done under an hour, but I was... and remember, there was 11 more hedge funds on that list, all right? We found one that's potentially qualified to manage your money out of the first 4 I doubt they get any better as they go down the list. And anyway, you guys get the point. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Crypto Scam. I will try to bring you more of this kind of content. I will bring back Ethereum. I will try to do my next 2 episodes on Ethereum. There are, of course, all of these other topics that need to be covered, from the BitConnect Ponzi scheme to things like cloud mining and all of this other nonsense. But thank you for following me. Of course, as you know, you can find me on Twitter as ToneVase. My YouTube channel. You can also catch me on the World Crypto Network. I'm also available for consulting, mostly in the realm of trading, but I don't manage other people's money. I have a hard time managing my own money, so I am not planning to get into managing other people's money. But please reach out if you are looking for consulting. You'll find more information on that in the description of my videos or on my website, Liberty Life Trail. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Crypto Scam. Bye, guys.